Actually, Bruce brought Mercy to Star Search. Okay, we haven't spoken about Star Search.
Yeah. Okay, let's start from Star Search. Simba Saloon Star Search.
Yes.
That's it, yes.
Now, when we came back from America, okay, we held a, because we wanted to at least do some giving back, we held a pop music workshop at the Kenya Cultural Center. And we invited a few people. One of them was Martin Dunford. And of course the artists came and they're complaining, oh, Carnival doesn't, they only put Zaiwas and foreigners, they don't give space for Kenyan artists, blah, 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 you know. So he said, okay, he turned to us and said, right, you guys, let's do a talent show. So we said, of course, yes. So we started Simba Star Search.
Yeah.
Now, Simba Star Search is where everybody came through.
Kalamasha. Now, in fact, tell us who.
Everyone came through. I think that first one had Hardstone, it had Black Angels, if you remember them, it had Mercy Myra, it had Eric Wainaina, it had Jabali Africa.
Wow.
Okay? We had, I mean, who are the other comedians? Ridiculous was in one of the last ones. I mean, who? Kalamashaka, K-South.
Yep.
Hardstone.
So when all these artists, because I've had them when I interviewed, when they said they're coming to Carnival, it was for Star Search.
Star Search.
Can you remember any of the winners?
Ridiculous won. I think Eric or Jabali. I don't know.
So it wasn't just music. It was entertainment as a whole.
Yeah. Actually, it ended up being entertainment as a whole.
I
don't know why we allowed them. We just allowed them. I think it was because they were so talented. Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Somewhat very ridiculous.
Yes.
If you want
To laugh with us.
ridiculous. You don't know.
You shut.
Ridiculous.
That's the Ridiculous Crew, 3 comedians who take a humorous look at the serious issues that affect Kenya. They also have a weekly show on Nation TV, one of the local television stations. Stand-up comedy is big in Nairobi. There's even a monthly sponsored talent show run by local promoters, Audio Vault and Capital FM. The Carnival is always packed on comedy nights.
What's kicking a lot around in Nairobi and Kenya is the political act, yeah? Okay. Because of, we've had a lot of political pressure, yeah? So that's what guys can relate to very fast. There's a bit of social comedy, social satire, presented in basic 2 forms. There's a dramatized on stage where you put someone in costume and delivering, and there's other stand-up where you come, I give you a story, this happened, A went to B, so therefore B didn't go back to A, so that's where the joke is, and that's why you laugh.
I mean, there is this very nice one I'll give you where an Indian is sitting in a laboratory and there's another gentleman sitting, an African sitting there, and this Indian's holding his little finger and he's crying and he goes, and I'm sitting in the middle and I said, what's the problem? He said, I came for a blood test, they cut my finger, and the gentleman next to me goes, oh, no, Jesus, I'm finished, I'm dead. What's the problem? Did you hear what the Indian said? I said, yeah, he said he came for a blood test and they cut his finger. Yeah, can you imagine? I'm here for a urine test.
Okay, so now you can go into Mercy Myra.
Yeah, so that's where Bruce brought Mercy Myra.
Okay.
And in fact, somebody said that's the first time they saw somebody with these mini mics. Whatever mics. Because he had, and Bruce was a showman. Okay, he was a showman. So so that's where we kind of re-met again and whatever, and started working together. So I met a lot of these people. K-South, of course, they were like our family, completely our family. Yeah. Until KD disappeared. So then it was just the 2 of them.
What you're talking about K-South before when there were 3?
Yeah. Jerry's
Jerry,
Abbas's brother.
Doobies.
Casey, is it Casey? Yeah. So then it was the 2 of them, and then that's when they came up with their robbery and Kapuka this and all of that stuff. Who had, of course, Jabali, Ambrose worked here a while.
Yeah. I don't just run. Imagine these stories are, for you, they're norm. To people watching, they're excessively huge. Like, we'll talk about the producers who've worked here, but so Mercy Myra comes in and now you guys together with Bruce work on a fast.
We package her. Okay. Yeah.
nataka niwe nikikuomba. Dunia hii maisha ni mafupi, uache mwenzio afanye anachoweza. Oh, 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 oh.
Music specifically do you sing?
My voice is more R&B,
Okay.
but I've tried to use what everybody else will try and understand, because anyway, Swahili is one of our national languages,
exactly.
and in East Africa people speak that,
Okay.
and it's fast becoming an international language too. So I've used English and Swahili.
In terms of the ethnic influences, I've tried to bring more like a Kenyan ethnicity to it rather than a very much a Kikuyu. We do take Kikuyu songs, folk songs. A lot of our music, we take a traditional song, and then I'll write either Swahili or we'll write English lyrics to it.
People love and they will come and watch your shows. When it's time to buy the CD, people who would invest in you promised and they just back out or something. Maybe mostly I think it's because of the quality of the music. But now it's really picked up.
But she gigged a lot first. They had a group called Black Ice, okay, which was David, the David Moody, the guitarist, Bruce, Guido and Mercy. No drummer, Bruce on keys, and Guido and Mercy, and they used a drum machine.
Yeah.
Those guys got paid so much money. They made so much money just going and playing, Maxwell. That's when Maxwell was first played, by a band, So they did that a lot. Then we got into the studio, I think, around 97.
Yeah.
Okay? Because that album, I went to the UK to do the CDs, and it was Mercy's, K-South, Zanaziki, Kayamba Africa, and Jabali. We did 5.
The duplication now.
Yeah, we duplicated 5 at a time. Because we were in Uchumi. Yeah.
You can move.
So we can move this stuff. My mom gave us a loan, and we didn't need. Well, that's what Juma of Kayamba always remembers. Her mom gave us a loan for our first album.
But okay, another element of what you can't talk, when the part of the greatness of Dari Samawati, you can't not mention the producers, and that's why I keep going back. Just in our era, the Tim Rimbuis, Ulopa, the Bounce, the guy Ambrose. What explains that? That's now the growth of. I mean, when I asked Tim actually says it on the interview, and I'll insert here.
Yeah.
He says that you are everything he knows, you're the one who taught him.
Yeah, so now at Samawati, while Lee taught me a lot of technical things that helped me, Suzanne changed my life. I was going there with a lot of ego at I think your music is not too great, I'll change it. But Suzanne, if there's 2 people who've had an impact in my life in this racket of ours, it's Lee Smith, technically, Suzanne Biashara.
What?
Suzanne knows how to shake hands.
There was a time when the art business, I told you, every kid had a computer, whatever. So we were sort of established. There were new executives who were much younger than us and whatever, so they wanted to, relate probably with their age mates and stuff. So we were struggling at a certain point. And I remember just locking myself upstairs in the office and thinking, damn, what are we going to do? And my mom was away. My parents were away at some trip. And she called me. And I just told her, Mom, we're not managing. We can't make ends meet. And she says, look, what is it? Is it milk? We'll get milk from the farm for the kids. Okay. What is it you've always wanted to do? Isn't it make music? Yes. So why aren't you making music? You've got a studio, you've got everything, you're not paying rent. Get on with it. These are some of my light bulb moments. And I was like, yeah, because all I want is for artists to be in here, producers to be in here. I want them to be learning, I want them to be getting better. The more we have, I'm not of the opinion that you get scared of other talented people. Because 1 + 1 in talent isn't 2. It's like 102, or,
yes.
That's what it is. So the more you work with other people, okay, the more you learn, okay, first of all. And then you're teaching them and you're getting a bigger body of work out. We can't do everything, So that's how it started.
And who was explain to us the era of Tim, because Tim did a lot here for in terms of my era pop sound.
Yeah, he did.
Innovator, gospel-wise, gospel fathers, which was huge.
Exactly.
Then there's
And then
rap-wise.
also, I didn't even know half those people that he was bringing in.
You did.
Didn't know half the people.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did a lot of work here. And the first time he came, we told him, no, you have to show us what you know for 3 months. We're not paying you. So he worked for 3 months for free.
What?
Yeah. He was so hungry for it. Yeah, he was really hungry.
Hunger for you is an important thing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Explain to me what hunger is. When you say hunger, explain it.
You don't have entitlement. Okay? It's not a right. Okay? But you want it. You want that success. You want to get better. You want to better yourself. Okay? Yeah.
You're passionate
and
beyond.
You're passionate about it. And you're willing to put in the work.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tim was that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, even Victor say in terms of the Christmas project.
Five Alive. Yeah.
Did you ever do anything with Five Alive?
You know, we're the ones who discovered them. Well, discovered. Okay. They discovered us.
In fact, wait, even before Five Alive, because before Five Alive there's something. There's Heart.
Yeah, Heart the
Peter
band.
Derrott just and they.
You know, I'd even forgotten that story. When Pete sent me that thing, you know, you just. But I think what they did is they paid it forward, which is fantastic. Yeah, I also love that. I love that people go and do, you know, good things for other people as well.
Yeah.
So we're at Guido's studio, and he's looking at us, and he looks in that with a sneer on his permanent sneer on his face, and he says, "Come tomorrow, we'll start." What we didn't know is that what we didn't know is that he knew that we didn't have money, because we didn't have any money.
Yeah.
We had a few thousand shillings that we saved up. And secondly, what we didn't know is that Samba Mapangala was coming to record. He was coming to record at Samawati. And he had been calling these guys every day, I want to record. Guido shelved Samba.
For you guys.
For us guys.
That means it's something he must have had that he was like, yo.
I said, when I found this out later, you know, that's why I say there's some people in the industry, if they call me, I'm right there. Sorry, I'm getting emotional.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, man.
I'm going to breathe.
Yeah.
And he gave us a break. Suzanne and Guido gave us a break and said, okay, let's record. And so we started.
Yes.
Now let me tell you what Guido and Suzanne did. So we said, how much do you owe us? Because we wanted to pay. And this is the deal we struck with them. We said, look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to record, we're going to make these albums, and then we'll take a percentage. You guys will take a percentage from what we make. So Guido said, okay. But he said it smiling.
Yeah.
Their plan was to never take any money from us. And they never asked us for a dime. That recording for Heart's first album was on the house.
They recorded a full
gospel album.
They didn't have to do one jam.
On the house. That's the generosity that they had towards us. We owe Guido and Suzanne everything we became. Because those records opened doors for us in places we couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I'd actually forgotten it. You know, you take it for granted. We
recorded a full album.
We just wanted to hear good Kenyan music. And we wanted to be part of it.
What?
That's all, really. So a lot of people just came through. They'd maybe do one song or two songs. You know, I don't have money. Okay, we'll try one song. Okay, find this. You know, and we had what we call the musician's rate. We've always had a musician's rate and a commercial rate.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
But even then, you know, where are musicians going to find money? Even then, if we were broke.
Yeah.
Okay. If we were broke, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a caring heart. Okay. I'm not trying to fast forward, but there's too much in this. Okay, actually, let's first move on. You've got 5 albums, or you just released the 5th. After the first album was?
There was Nipe Nikupe, mine.
Yes,
Nipe Nikupe, Tamtamu, Zawadi, Midnight After Dark, and then now I've done. We've actually only released the first volume.
Yeah.
Okay, of a retrospective of a lot of the music I've written over the last 30 years or 40 years.
Whoa.
So and then performed by different artists. Yeah, which was, that was a...
Okay, we'll come back to that. So how now the success of Zanaziki? Like, you were at Festival Mundial, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Like, explain now being a solo musician, because it was solo, but
it was a band.
It was a band.
It was actually a band. We were a band, but I was the lead of the band.
The lead singer.
Yeah.
You're the Beyonce of the band. Others were replaceable. I'm joking.
Yeah. So.
But how has it been a band?